Mr. Chenoy, I would request you to be on the stage, please. Other guests can please move down. Uh, Mr. Chenoy, again, doesn't need any introduction, especially in the field of skill development and education. You must be aware that he was heading NSDC, the National Skill Development Corporation, earlier, before he moved on to this role. I would like to invite Jyoti to present a floral bouquet to Mr. Dilip Chenoy. Mr. Chenoy, before you have to be around for some time before we request you for a short address. We also have the release of the special issue of Voice and Data, which is primarily focused on building India's telecom talent pool. And for releasing the issue, I would like to invite Mr. Dilip Chenoy on the stage. And I would also like to invite on stage General Kochar, CEO of TSSC, Mr. Arvind Bali, CEO of Telecom Sector Skill Council, Mr. Pradeep Chakravarti, editor of Voice and Data magazine, and Rachna, Vice President, Business Development. Can we have the magazines, please? This is a special magazine where the finest heads in telecom skill and telecom education have shared their experiences and their ideas and their vision for developing the telecom talent ecosystem and the telecom talent pool in the country. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot once again. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I would like to now invite Mr. Dilip Chenoy to give his address. Mr. Chenoy.
Thank you, General Kochar, Mr. Bali. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm really happy to be here at this edition of Telecom Manthan. And I'd like to begin by congratulating the TSSC for this second edition. And I'm sure that over the years to come, going forward, this is going to be a very important occasion for the entire telecom sector and the stakeholders in the skilling ecosystem in this sector to come together and discuss and share issues and challenges and success stories going forward. You know, when I was sitting in and listening to this discussion and also talking to General Kochar about the awards, there are some things which actually struck me, which is very unique to the sector. The sector you talked about, the last panel talked about creating jobs and entrepreneurship in this sector. But more importantly, the use of telecom as an enabler and really creating the skilling ecosystem is also equally important. Some years ago, COAI started a process of using the SMS system in cell phones to act as a mobilization tool. There's a lot of discussion about how do you aggregate demand, use the telecom ecosystem and the mobile phone as a demand aggregator. There are challenges and a lot of skill assessment programs, but the phone can also be an instrument for recording assessments. And if you are very innovative, every individual that is skilled could carry his own assessment in his own phone in his ability to demonstrate exactly the level of skill and level of capability that the person has. You're also seeing a lot of the telecom service providers and a lot of the OTTs kind of coming up with programs that you can access skills, skill apps or videos that could enable you to learn a skill. Most popular things on YouTube is the cooking videos that are there. We tend to look at them as cooking videos, not as a skill which enables you to cook, and a lot of other things there. But one of the most important things that can come out is actually counseling. And with the chat bot system, if you get together and create a chat bot for counseling, where the individual is, not very shy of the person on the other side and can be opening up and actually work with him, it's a huge, huge area that the whole telecom fraternity can work together in creating. There have been many studies, on creating networks. I have many a time asked my painter or carpenter that I want more people, and he's got a WhatsApp group. He just sends a message in a WhatsApp group, and all people who want to actually come in there, they actually do it. So how do we actually create networks? And evidence suggests that the more networked the people are in this ecosystem, actually there could be up to a 1% impact on GDP when you create and facilitate such networks. But also, going forward, if you look at what people are talking about, Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, there was a lot of discussion on robotics or whatever it is. Most of these services would use the communications network as the backbone for enabling them to happen, and it create a whole new set of jobs and new job roles and new training methods. And I believe that TSSC has the opportunity to take this, take this forward and really look at the talent pool transformation, which is the subject of this seminar. The stakeholders present in the room, anybody employing people in these job roles, if you have a vacancy, we have the ability to fill it. Of course, we're going to charge you for it. So I believe that this whole telecom manthan and this ecosystem and this discussion forum that you're creating has a great opportunity to transform the skill sector in the telecom area and also serve as a beacon of light to the other sector skill counseling. Thank you very much, General Kochhar and the team from TSSC for having me here, and wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chenoy, for your brief address. And I think your suggestions on the categories are very, very important and practical, and I'm sure they'll go a long way in formalizing the training mechanisms and systems that are being put together by TSSC.